you guys seen that video, that documentary of the girl that had sex with like 100 dudes? The documentary was really well made. Like, it's like a, you know, a high quality documentary. That guy has his whole crew go to her house and stuff. It's definitely disturbing. It was unsettling. So, to give a little bit of background, I didn't know about her. At first, I thought she was a porn star, but no, she's not a porn star. She's an OnlyFans girls. And she decided to hold an event where she had sex with 100 men in a single day. And those men, I first assumed that they would be male porn stars. But no, they're her fans. She had sex with 100 like of her like OnlyFans like patrons, basically. Yes, and it was like this whole like marketing shtick. Please tell me they were all tested. Well, that's the thing, right? It's like porn stars, I mean, they get tested all the time. But apparently she didn't. And then some people were reporting STDs. I don't know if it's true. I saw it on Twitter. There was no community note on it saying it wasn't true. So I was like, maybe it's real. Ethnicity, culture, moral decay. I don't think it's even that. It's more so like our tolerance to it. It's because everybody keeps trying to outdo each other. You know, it's like this crazy sexual thing. No, we gotta go even more insane, and the other person's gotta go more insane and more insane and more insane. Like, when is it gonna stop? Similarly, I remember there was a video from like Lana Rhoades where she talked about like some of the humiliating she had to do, but she said that she was a porn star in where there was this trend going on where actresses had to do like extreme stuff in porn, and they kept having to like outdo each other. And then she recalls one time where the dude came out with a bowl. And I'm not going to say what they did with the bowl, but let me tell you, if you're filming a prawn scene and a dude comes out with a bowl, it can't be good news. It cannot be good news, man. Yes. That was extremely yabai. They made her drink. They did. Yes, they did, Lord Umbra. Yikes. I watching that clip hurt me to the core. I mean, I didn't watch the original clip with the bowl. I just watched her telling us about it, you know, telling people about it. Because she has her podcast now and she quit like prawning. She's there's clips of her that sometimes go viral and other people comment on it. So I saw it through one of those channels. So, but this one, Lily Phillips, I don't know if you guys want to watch it. There's for sure a lot to be said about, you know, society and commentary. And it's just, you know, she's a willing participant in all of this. But by the end of it, she looks like really disturbed. And the video ends and you're like, it's super disturbing. I don't know how to explain it. She was crying and stuff. And then just a few days after, she announced that she was gonna do it again, but with 1,000 men. What? Oi, you. Yeah, you. Hi. If you're not subscribed to my second channel, I don't know what you're doing with your life. So take a moment, press the like button, press the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell on. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now let's get back into the video.
I'm Lily Phillips, and today I'm getting run through by 100 guys.
With that one song. Oh, whatever.
Hi Lily, I'm Josh.
I'm over Hugger. How are you?
Okay. Nice to meet you.
I think he films the whole thing with like a single cameraman. And it looks pretty high quality.
The shoes off house, the shoes on
No,
house.
shoes on, honestly, I've got a dog, like, it's a total mess. Do you want a glass of water?
I would love a glass
Honestly,
of water.
I mean, these are like...
She has like a pretty nice house. Like she probably earns decent money.
Could I have a tea? As a word, like, so is that the right like terminology? I'm a YouTuber, so I'm a bit red-faced and new to this world. But what is the like?
People call me anything. Star, escort, OnlyFans girl, anything really. I don't really care. It's not like a bother to me.
That's your people, Washu.
Oh really?
That is your
so
people.
It's probably gonna taste like shit because I don't really know how to make it, but just good for one thing, me, honestly.
Having been involved in the world of YouTube content creation for 10 years, I've witnessed some extreme measures
This
taken in order
documentary
to
made me
achieve
go back
online
to
fame,
church.
as well as taking some extreme measures of my own.
Yeah.
But none quite as extreme as the stunt I came across which inspired this documentary. Lily Phillips, a 23-year-old OnlyFans star living in London.
I mean, there's the literal way of like whoring yourself out, which is kind of what she ends up doing in this documentary. And then there's the other ways, like the more broad way of whoring yourself out. And in that sense, I feel like a lot of these, YouTubers like Logan Paul and things like that, they've in a sense also whored themselves out, and they've gone through extreme ways to achieve that fame. Sometimes getting over perhaps their principle and other stuff. And so has she, but she's really just pushed that to like 1 million. And I don't know, it's just something to think about. I don't really have, it's just something I've been thinking about. I don't really have an answer to it. It's kind of insane how far people will go for clout, right? Loom Loom! I'm watching the documentary you're supposed to watch with Artcast.
Describes herself as an English was planning on hosting an event where she would sleep with 100 of her fans in a single day.
That's, I don't know why, but I think it's worse that it's with 100 of her fans. I feel like it's worst because they're not professionals. It's not like, if you've ever like watched some people like some like porn industry like actors and actresses talk about like how they film it and stuff, they're like, oh, it's all fake, I don't really feel anything, or they just like do it every day, like they don't give a fuck. This is like paying fans. I feel like there's more closeness involved. If the experience doesn't go wrong, you're probably losing a customer. I don't know, it's a whole nother level also of like preying on parasocial relationships. There's just so much that could go wrong.
Get into doing this for a career?
Well, I started when I was at university. Very, very tame stuff. Hand bras, underwear, things like that. Because I was at university, I was like, I'm being a anyway, could make a little bit.
And apparently, it resulted in like an STD being passed around. And of course, it was like such an amateurish production. What, was there no test? I can't believe that there was no test being done.
Money.
What do you mean by you were being a anyway?
Like, I was just being at university. Like, I was just sleeping around with everyone.
But I feel like I know of a lot of girls who have done that at university, but then haven't gone on to become OnlyFans stars.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I just was like already very, not proud, like.
Hey, Mr. Joe.
Very just okay with doing that. Like, I've just always had quite like a sexual nature.
Yeah.
I just thought I might just make like a couple £100, can get a few rounds of drinks in, stuff like that. Just helps me out a little bit while I'm at university.
Sure.
I didn't think it would turn into like my whole career. But I think as soon as I started on the platform, I kind of realised, I guess, how much money you can make and also just how much I loved it. I was just like, why am I doing a whole degree? Last week I was like 23 guys.
Yeah, I checked and the Daily Mail reported on that. So, OnlyFans stars Lily Phillips horrifies viewers as she reveals she doesn't know that HIV is sexually transmitted after betting 100 men in a day. What? I hate how they just puff up the document for the ads. That's it. They're not going to give us more info about why she said that. She made the shock admission she didn't know HIV is sexually transmitted. Like, bruh. Hello? Elementary school? Well, maybe not elementary, but, school, education?
Guys all at once. And like, some people would be like, you're insane. Like, I would have to be paid to do that. And I'm like, no, that's just fun to me.
Would you call yourself a businesswoman?
I don't know about that. People would give me a bit of stick if I said I was a businesswoman, but I guess definitely business-minded.
I would call you a businesswoman.
Thanks. A lot more people would use the word just, I guess.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, I literally, I've never really cared what people think. It doesn't really bother me. I have such a supportive family and friends, and what they think about me is so much more.
Also, I thought okay, one thing about only OF girls is I thought that it was supposed to be like an easy job, right? It was supposed to be like the whatever you know, all those girls are like, I'm gonna quit school and, you know, make quick and easy money and become an OF girl. So I thought they were just taking pictures and, you know, wear clothes and things like that. I wasn't aware that so many of them like sold like actual full prom, like them getting railed and stuff. And yeah.
Important than what strangers think about me. Come on in. Hi.
Hey, I'm Josh.
You're hi, nice to meet you.
So tall, isn't it?
Is you a PA?
Yes, yeah.
So how many people are there in Team Lily?
8, 9?
There's 9.
I don't know.
Man,
Yeah.
I really wonder what Arcast had to say on that. He's the one that sent me the video. Did him and Lum watch it on stream already?
Quite a...
I think we're on 9 now.
Yeah, 9 now. Yeah.
9 payrolled members of staff.
Yeah.
You are a businesswoman.
Wow.
I've
Wait, she has
seen you
9
say on podcasts
employees?
and things before that your family and your parents are proud of you and what you've...
You can only photograph a foot so many ways. Yeah, I want to make an only hoofs. We turned this into 3-4 hours of torture. I should have been there for that. You guys called me Rima Goonstar and you didn't invite me to watch a documentary with you?
achieved.
Well, my parents knew straight from the start, like, about what I was doing. Yeah, I was just very open with it. Obviously, at the start, they were a bit apprehensive because they want me to be safe and
Yeah.
they want me to make good decisions and stuff like that. I just think I can't hold myself back and do something that I'm scared what other people might think.
Your parents must be very sort of forward-thinking and open-minded, which is great, because I think
Yeah.
if I told my parents that I was the UK's biggest cunt, they probably they wouldn't like that. Show me the set.
No, of course, the set where the magic happens.
What's this?
I was trying to train my dog how to use it to like get, so she needs.
Oh, so that's not for.
No, it's not for like sexual purposes. Don't you worry. Are you into any of that like kinky stuff?
Not massively. No judgment. But like I haven't done much kinky stuff.
No, I'll usually just like get my little camera, pop it on there. I mean, it's usually quite easy. And then it depends if we're doing like we usually talk through if we want to do like a storyline.
Yeah.
Or just more of like a gonzo video.
What's a gonzo video?
What's a gonzo
Just
video?
like just normal, like just the actual part. I'd rather do it like this where I prop it up, or like.
Oh,
have my
okay. So
assistant
she,
film.
in Azahara term, she does everything on her content. Like she takes videos and all of that. Okay.
Film it for me, because then you can usually get a bit better angles if like someone else is
Damn.
moving it.
And that's not like awkward, like having her film it or anything?
No, not at all. This is like my
Okay.
toy
Interesting.
drawer. I've got some,
Okay.
like, I'll get some out for you. You'll be shocked as to what goes up my ass.
I'm afraid that's just a
What? Why is there a
Happy
cone?
thing. Go up either hole.
No, it can't.
These
What?
are my toys. Before I do a shoot, I'll wear like a plug all day. This is more for like girl on girl
Yeah,
stuff.
it's got the
Ah.
double end.
This one's another like big.
What the
Looks angry.
fuck? Why is
Looks
there
like
so...
Smaug from The Hobbit.
Smog.
Is the dragon.
That's more like a toy, but it's quite cool because you can put that in and it's like see-through and you can obviously see.
Oh, the Ark explained that to us the other day. Yeah. I learned that on the Arcast. He said that's why people put these transparent things, because you can see like inside, and that's the appeal of it apparently. It's so fucking weird.
I draw.
Which is obviously great.
These ones are always fun because they get like all types of bodily liquids like in there. Vibrators
Ew,
that are
ew,
relatable.
ew.
Normal kind of looking ones.
Right.
Strap on, tail, double toy stuff.
Oh, that song. That was the song in my video that was struck by the BBC, by the way. Just random tangent.
Oh, he's got a bum. Thank you for showing us. that.
worries.
After showing me her eclectic collection, Lily invited me to join her for a stroll on the King's Road to find an outfit to wear for her upcoming big day.
Yeah, the
of
Mountain
sleeping
King
with
song,
100
yeah.
men.
What would be the demographic of guy that would recognize
I
you?
got around the copyright strike by I found like another cover version and I did a test with that and it didn't get strikes, so I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna release this because BBC still hasn't replied to me on the previous copyright strike, and it's not even their song.
Probably.
I'd say more.
Yeah, it's a classic music, and it's I checked, and it hasn't been purchased by another like person. It's supposed to be royalty free, like public domain.
Of a, it's going to sound mean, but more like a chabby,
Okay.
younger guy. And not ones that you'd find interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. You're gonna have sex with 100 guys. Do you ever think about what it would be like if you ran into one
No,
of them?
it's because they made an orchestra version of it, and they think I'm using their version, but I wasn't. I was using another version. The system is flawed and stupid.
In the streets after that had happened?
I don't know what kind of
When I
BBC
did
we're talking about.
37 guys in a day. I genuinely can't remember
What?
any of their faces.
Right.
Or maybe if I saw their then like I recognise them. But
Yeah.
if I don't find someone attractive, I struggle to like look at them while I'm having sex with them.
But you don't struggle to have sex with them?
No. Before I had sex, I was never much of a... I actually wanted to wait till marriage at one point. I just used to think
What?
it was a real special thing. As soon as I actually did it and had sex, I kind of realised that it wasn't special. And also that I just really loved it and really enjoyed it, and that I wanted to do it way more often.
And do you think your partner one day will be someone from the industry most likely, or?
Yeah, I talk about this a lot with my parents because that's the one thing I guess they worry about is like, will you ever find a boyfriend?
Yeah.
But there's so many guys out in the world. I think, you know, one poor bastard's got to marry me. I rather think it's going to be someone from the industry or someone who is into
A lot.
lending me out.
Lending you out?
Yeah, like into hot wife or me.
What? Like something that's like like into the exchange kink? That's cuckolding? Oh, I thought it was more like a couple trade, but I guess if he's not getting any, then it is cuckolding. I was thinking of swinging, but yeah, I guess you guys are right. It's more like cucking. So what kind of guys in the industry, like...
We're looking basically what
The cameraman? Like, who does she work with, you know?
To the 100 guys in one day.
Yeah, these guys have all seen me online. Like, I can't turn up looking like a hag.
No.
It's cute. Do you like that one or the black one? I could always get
Intimissimi.
Will you just get like one, or will you get like a few?
I might get a couple in case one gets a bit soggy.
Like he's trying so hard not to be
100%.
awkward.
That's
Something
amazing.
to do with your business. That's quite nice. A bit more of a push up.
Yeah, I've left Lily to it. Are these men going to be appreciating the time, effort, and dedication that has gone into this?
I
It's not,
guarantee you
actually.
they don't give a shit what she's wearing. She could be wearing the cheapest bra and it would do the trick.
But I'm filming a video with a girl who's going to be sleeping with 100 guys in one day, and she is picking out her outfit for that day.
Oh, how interesting.
Oh, how interesting, they said! Does she find them on the internet? Yes, she does. In fact, she does.
Find them on the internet.
Yes, so you can apply if you're a subscriber of her OnlyFans, so up to 100 people, and then the whole 100 of them get to have sex with her one at a time on the 19th of October in London.
Oh, and it's on television.
It's going to be on the
It's
her
on television.
OnlyFans.
Oh, I see. Okay. She's got to have an early night tonight.
Yes, she does. A lot of electrolytes. a lot
Oh,
of
she's
sustenance, a
so
lot of
wholesome,
fiber.
that lady.
Lovely.
Okay.
Okay,
Have a
God
great
bless.
night. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye there. She seemed kind of okay with that, which I wasn't expecting.
Is this one of them fake taxis?
Oh, Mom, is it going to be on the telly? Where's Washu when we're making fun of the British accent? I support my 2View Indie in all her endeavors. Who's your 2View Andy? Is it her?
You don't know
Gotta
what
love the
fake taxi is?
nannies.
Have you never seen like it on Hub? It's called Fake Taxi, and basically the taxi driver ends up like f***ing the passenger. Yeah. Search it all when you get home.
So far, is this a normal day in the life of Lily Phillips?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm gonna go home now. Do
Yeah.
some content and stuff like that. I'll show you how I go about just filming day to day.
How much does it cost for the video calls?
much are they? Like 100 per minute?
Per minute?
300 for 5 minutes, and then
She
500
knows.
for 10 minutes.
Wow.
You think a taxi driver would know what fake taxi was?
Wait, what? Is it 100 per minute? Jesus! Is this a date or an interview? No, I think it's an interview. $100 per minute. Damn. I mean, I bet if you're like an idol VTuber, like some of in those big agencies, some fans would be willing to pay $100 per minute just to speak to them, and they wouldn't have to take off their clothes. I'm just saying that could be a business idea. I don't see a lot of corporate VTubers doing.
Lily agreed to show me the business side of her operation. OnlyFans might be what she enjoys,
You know?
but it also provides
For the Rima Ranch business plan.
a hefty paycheck.
Your moneymaker is OnlyFans.
I started an OnlyFans.
$1 million in a day.
42,000
Handshake events? What's that?
in one night.
I'm gonna go get some oysters and champagne.
You have your little ones?
They can cry in a Ferrari.
I'll show you my first month. $13,338.
And can you give us like any indication as to
Wait, $13,000 in a month? Yeah, they sell voice packs, easy.
what a more recent month might look like?
I'll just show you. I don't really want to say if that's okay.
I think it's more money than you might be imagining.
Wait, what?
Say if that's okay.
What a more
What was his question?
And can you give us like any indication as to what a more recent month might look like?
I'll just show you. I don't really want to say if that's okay.
I think it's more money than you might be imagining. And you
Damn.
made me pay for the cab. So you say you're going to do some work today. Like, how are you going to decide what to film this afternoon?
I usually am going to prioritize my customs.
Like, they've paid for like a customized request?
Yeah, customized requests that maybe I say their name in it or something that they're really into that I don't have already.
Okay.
In what you're up to. Sometimes it's just general conversation. Like sometimes guys just want to talk.
Have you like recognized any of the names in here of people that you might know?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's been some guys that, like outwardly say like we used to go to school together.
What?
Or some of like dad's friends and stuff like that.
No.
Messaging you?
Yeah. I just tried to keep
Some of her dad's friends? Stop. That is so gross.
it very professional.
Your version of keeping it professional is sort of the opposite of everyone else's version of keeping it professional.
Yeah.
Have you ever received any scary message on here that like something that frightened you or made you feel unsafe?
Some people's requests are sometimes way too much. Like I had literally last week, like, can you put a bag over your head and pretend to be like suffocated? It depends obviously on the request, but stuff like that I probably won't do. I don't want to encourage it. Like that for me, I don't think that's doing helping
What if someone
society.
offered you $1 million to do it?
I probably would bend my morals for that, yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, this is one thing I wanted to talk about. I don't understand the appeal of OnlyFans because there's so much free porn out there. Why would you pay for porn? Like that's the part that I don't get. Why would you pay?
You've got spreadsheets. This is incredible. I can't believe you tried to tell me you weren't a businesswoman at one point. You've got a spreadsheet.
This guy's paid for a bottle of spit in a 6-minute video.
You did what, sorry?
I paid for like a bottle of spit, like just me like spitting into a bottle.
Wait, they
gonna
pay
receive
for a
that,
bottle of
Yeah,
spit?
yeah, I'll send it in the post.
Lily invited us to observe the creation
That's brilliant though. That's brilliant. I'm gonna market horse spit.
of a custom one of our subscribers had paid $300 for.
So the guy's asked for a cuff instruction and he wants it kind of a dog style. So a little bit more like me telling him what to do.
Oh, you're paying for reliable interaction. That sounds so annoying to do, though. I guess that's why that's probably why she has all these 9 staffers. Like, some of them are probably replying for her. You know, like when Andrew Tate revealed that he had, like, there was actually dudes replying. Like, he had all these OF girls working for him. But there were dudes replying to the guys' DMs that would message them on their accounts.
And he's asked for me to wear a black bikini and some high heels. So I'm sure we've got one in here somewhere. I mean, this one's extremely skimpy, so I'm sure he'll like that.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
All the best.
Are you? Is it that you're going to get him
This
to
is
eat his
awkward.
own semen?
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
You ready to be my pathetic little loser for the next 3 minutes?
No, 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 no. I don't want to hear.
And eat it. Well done. Thanks for being my loser. Bye.
That was very interesting.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of like playing an acting role.
Yeah.
In a sense.
What Lily had shown us so far
That's
was
so
fairly in
awkward.
keeping with most creators on OnlyFans.
Oh.
However, what she was planning to do in a couple of weeks' time had never been seen before.
Wow.
This is where the applications are coming through.
Where the guys are messaging. I had it switched off for a little bit, so it's just...
So how are you doing this? You put out a phone number
Yeah.
and people can just apply?
Yeah, so I put out a little Twitter post. And
What
all
is
you do
this
is have to send in a
post?
photo of you holding your ID. So this guy's from Belgium. He is 32. Oh, he's from Barbados. Jesus. We're going global.
Is this just going to be completely random as to how you pick them?
Yeah. Like we said, we prioritize the ones who have STI checks. Yeah, I guess the only thing I'm nervous for is like for them. to
Oh
have a
wait,
good
did
time
she
on
say
it.
she prioritized those who have STI? She pronounces check. So I guess they did check, or maybe they will check.
Make sure they enjoy themselves and don't come away from it like, oh, I feel disgusted or that wasn't fun. 2006.
Oh my God,
So
how
what's
does that make him? So 18.
18, yeah. I mean, he does like 18, doesn't he? Hey there, I know I'm late, but would love to you and lose my virginity.
He actually said loose my virginity. He needs to get his spelling fixed.
I think other people in the industry definitely look down on me for doing this, but I think at the end of the day, people forget that it's also my fantasy, and this is also something that I'm really enjoying and want to do and have wanted to do before I was even in the industry.
Our filming was interrupted briefly by a phone call from Lily's mother. Apparently, she calls Lily every day.
So is she like
What have you been up to
some kind of
today?
nympho?
I'm just getting railed. What are you? No, they're just
Okay, so she only prioritized those with an STD like check, but it wasn't required. They should have made it required.
just sort of checking in on me.
How much are they paying for
You've
that?
obviously spoken to your parents about this, right?
I actually haven't. My parents know what I do, but I'm not on the phone to them every day going, oh, I just got DP'd, I'm 17 guys today,
Ew,
or this
ew.
and that. They don't need to know the logistics.
Of course.
I do feel a little bit like embarrassed being like, Mom and Dad, I'm 100 guys.
Why?
I guess because it's not really what my parents would have wanted me to do. Doesn't mean
No,
to say
I
my
bet
parents are, like,
not.
gonna disown me or hate me or anything like that. I just don't want them to think less of me. You know?
Mm.
Like we can still be like very close and stuff like that, but I just don't think they need to know.
Fun fact, the world record of the most a woman slept with a man is 919, but there's a Brazilian adult actress trying to beat it. She wants to go to 1K. Oh, that's why this girl wants to go to 1K too, because it's a world record.
Like exactly every single detail.
Yeah. That's the
They'll
most normal thing she
find out,
said,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. This is the thing I think with like my career and stuff like that. We're not sat here talking about, oh, I filmed this with brothers today, or I filmed this, because there's just no need. I remember my dad saying like, my friends talked about you, like seeing you on mobile, something like that, and they know, but like there's just no point in being like, oh, I'm doing this or doing that.
Yeah. Are there days where you second guess it ever?
Not particularly. There are days where I'm sat here on a Sunday, I am feeling a little bit more lonely. My friends have all got boyfriends, and I'm like, I see a comment and people are like, God, no one's ever gonna marry you or something like that. And that can definitely like make me feel a little bit like, oh God, have I chose the wrong career? But like,
Yeah, it's I saw a French movie about some courtesans that was like I don't know, in the 18th century, and I guess it's like these girls, they do it because they think it's freedom, but it's actually the complete opposite in a way.
Totally love my job.
I don't doubt that she deals with horrendous comments. Horrendous.
But just like people talking about your body constantly, how you look.
Oh, some people backed out, so to fill the spot, she took people who didn't take the test.
Someone like picking at you, I think that's the hard part. And also just the pure fact that people think so much less of you.
Yeah.
Before anyone ever meets you, they already perceive you to be something. I think now I'd find it hard to make friends in terms of like real friends that really just see me for who I am and not like, gosh, like porn star online, whatever, this kind of like persona.
Yeah.
Also just like all of social media, like everyone is preying on your downfall. Banks don't allow you to bank with them. Your Instagram's trying to get shut down. Like, you know, it's just like the little things that's just like, no one likes what you do. And everyone just thinks less of you, basically.
I see that you've kind of like taken on the word like...
Wait, the banks don't want to take you in? Like you can't put your money in it? I'm surprised about that one. Maybe she's talking about loans. This is the level of illegal, legal type things though. She's making more because Pornhub makes like dumb plot, laundry tropes are in advance. No, is this, it's not illegal. I don't think so. Oh, you mean because it's on OF? Oh yeah, it might be. It depends where she is, I guess. Because you need proof of income. She's probably talking about loans and mortgages. But yeah, Visa and banks have been cracking down on all things porn. But I thought that was for purchases. Like visas mostly.
Almost owned it in a way.
It's so stupid, by the way, that they're doing that.
I don't mind being told. I'm sleeping with 100 guys in a day. That is the definition of a surely.
Would you refer to yourself as a feminist?
Yeah. At the end of the day, doesn't feminists mean like you just want equal rights for boys and girls? And yeah, I do what I want and I do it because I enjoy it. I think there are obviously some women that maybe go into it because they have to or need the money and stuff like that, or they're kind of coached into it by men. But my personal experience is I've only ever felt empowered by the fact that I'm making money off something that I think guys will do anyway. Like guys are always going to sexualize me, so I may as well try and profit off that bit.
I mean, not all guys are going to sexualize you.
I don't really know. I think I mean, maybe not all guys, but would. I mean, I'm like a part of the problem. It's so hard because
don't worry,
doing
Natsumi.
Stuff like this is not normal. Like, and I think then guys are probably going to expect girls to maybe be as strong as me and sleep with this many guys and
no worries, Blade.
Take it up.
See you later.
Do stuff like that isn't real life sex. It's kind of hard to wrap my head around.
But you do enjoy doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think people forget it is my fantasy and this is what I enjoy. And so it's hard because you're like being selfish, but you're also not helping the situation.
I left Lily's house with more questions than answers. I still couldn't understand why she felt the need to do what she was doing, and whether it was truly what she wanted to be doing. I thought it might be helpful to hear the perspective of another OnlyFans creator, so I reached out to Alex Letitia, also known as the Queen of Southampton.
So, now this is something I've wanted to know all day. Do I call you Alex or do I call you the Queen of Southampton?
Oh, either. No, you call me Alex. Basically, I went into OnlyFans because we were really, really broke.
Yo, the
it
Botox
was really last resort. I had
is
never,
insane.
Ever sent anyone a nude prior to this ever in my life. So I was so naive going into it. I started off just doing bikini pictures and lingerie, but it is a slippery slope. And the demand is more. Before you know it, you're having sex on camera.
And is that something you regret?
There's a lot I regret on there.
The lips and the cheeks, for me, it's like really insane.
Yeah,
Not well, it's probably Botox and fillers, right?
To keep that money coming.
It is scary, yeah.
And it looks like there's
because
some in her chin too. Like her chin isn't really moving.
people are starting to do the most outrageous things online. I've seen so much of it lately, and I think my daughter's already getting stick for what I do. And like I said, I don't really do anything controversial compared to all these other girls. And it just keeps being like leveled up and up and up of the expectations.
Well, on Saturday, I'm going to another OnlyFans creator, Lily Phillips, is planning to sleep with 100 men in a single day for OnlyFans content. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's really sad. I just worry about her mental health. I'm hoping it's a hoax and it's not gonna actually happen. I don't know. From what I've seen of her, I think she's like young and beautiful. I don't think she has to sleep with 100 guys in one day for attention. I don't know. It's like medically.
That's also, I feel like she'd do alright just doing normal stuff, but it's like, I guess she wants, I mean, everybody's talking about her, so I guess it was a good PR stunt, but at what price? You know, at what price? And she keeps saying that she's doing because she loves it, and she's like, no, I would. She almost telling us like, oh, I'd do this anyway, but it's like, would you really? Would you?
Is she going to be in a lot of pain mentally? You're going to be known as the girl that shot 100 guys in one day, and I think that's really sad. The problem is that when you sign up to objectifying yourself, it's like you're signing a deal with the devil. Like no one is going to see you as a human being. It gets to the point where everyone objectifies you. That's the reality of it. You're like the cash cow.
Do you think the kind of thing Lily's doing this weekend is the future of OnlyFans?
I hope it isn't, but we keep seeing so many sort of outrageous stunts.
I hope it isn't. It can't keep on going like more outrageous. The bubble's gonna burst at one point.
People assume they have to do that in order to get attention and followers. So it is just gonna have to get more outrageous, which is quite scary if you think about it. Oh, I'm just worried about the smell for you.
The smell?
Ew! Yeah, I feel like the smell will be bad.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Yuck!
The whole thing, I think I'm realizing, is actually more mental than we originally thought. There are 100 men turning up to have sex with her for 5 minutes each.
Yeah, the woman that he just interviewed, she said that she was in a really bad financial situation and she started off doing really mild stuff, but she said it's a slippery slope.
In a single day. I mean, there's a decent chance that one of them is going to be dangerous. One of them might have a weapon, have a criminal record.
And apparently after this, like she got tons of new people signing up to her OnlyFans and stuff like that. Yeah, people really buy these OnlyFans subscriptions. Like when I was watching, or I was like deep into the the red pill debates and all of that, like the pros and the cons. You'd see a lot of people go speak on these panels, and they would invite a lot of OnlyFans girls on these like red pill podcasts. And why the girls would go and accept to go knowing they would be ridiculed is because people would literally akasupa like $400 just to call them like hoes on the podcast, and then they'd go subscribe to their OnlyFans. And most of the girls would say that they'd see a significant increase in their OnlyFans subscriptions after the podcast. And it's from like men that basically like openly, constantly shit on these kind of girls. So yeah.
A few of them will have STIs. I can just on a basic statistic, you can know that a few of them are going to have STIs. So let's just hope those condoms are good ones.
I had a sinking feeling that perhaps Lily hadn't fully thought through the challenge she was undertaking.
Oh, I'd have a nice coffee right now. That coffee looked good.
I think we've got about...
That looks like such a British dog.
50% of them confirmed.
And then you're checking that they've done an STI test?
Yeah, so prioritizing guys who have STI tests. They have to screenshot the results kind of thing. But this is the thing with it, like you can never 100% know if they've had an...
What? He said, so are you checking if they're doing an STI test? She corrected him saying, we're prioritizing. So she still didn't say that they are doing it.
STI test, and even if they had, they could have slept with 10 girls in between the test and things like that. It's more just like, you know what you're getting involved in if you're willing to participate.
Are you going to kiss any of the guys?
Definitely. I feel like some of them would be a bit put off, especially when they know I've just had like 57 guys inside me or whatever.
Yeah.
Why do you think that would put them off?
I think it's more
because it's
influence on my
gross.
face. I can imagine that's what's put another guy off.
Because
So
it's
you would
like,
like
because
me-
it's like non-hygienic. You know, that I feel like that would be the first reason.
These guys do that on your face?
Yeah.
And in your mouth?
Yeah.
What if
Yeah,
they're HIV?
right. Everything she says, I feel like she's trying to convince herself more than the interviewer.
Is that where it comes from? The spunk in the mouth?
It can.
Oh, really? See, I've never really thought about that. Last time when I did it, that all of them could in their mouths. I can't really explain it. I get like serotonin, like from when people are like, oh my God, you're that on the internet. Sounds crazy.
I know, and I know you're saying that to me right here, but I don't believe that.
Really?
No.
I kind of love like ruffling feathers a little bit and people getting a bit like agitated by.
I do wonder why this is getting so much traction. Prawn Stars did similar things decades ago, region, but that's kind of like what I said at the beginning. I feel like it's looking in. I thought it was just going to be a prawn actress. I feel like the fact that she's an OF girl makes it a bit different. I'm not sure why. Probably is the like kind of like I said, as like a professional actress, they know what they're getting into. There's a lot of things that are fake too. And both parties know that they're entering a business relationship. Sure, there's some prawn sets that are like probably way more. There's some prawn sets that are probably really fucking sketch. But then there's some more that are like, sometimes you can have like a woman director. Everybody make sure that you're safe, that you're like comfortable. It's very clean. There's a bunch of tests. There's a crew. You know, it's high production. So it depends what kind of like agency and shit you're getting into, probably, and depends on the crews you're working with. But it feels like amateurish, and because of that, it's probably going to be an even more traumatizing experience for everybody involved, the guys and her.
The fact that must people think I'm like so sad and stuff like that, but that could not be like further from the truth. I don't think people realize like how happy this makes me. But I just think it's so funny and fun. I can't really.
And the fact that the guys are from her fans, her audience, I can't wrap my head around it. It's like it makes it more like intimate somehow, because you do want to like please your audience, and I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
Have you done anything to make sure there's not someone with a criminal record, for example, coming down?
We actually have not now. No.
Do you feel safe?
Yeah. I mean, pretty sure I could take on some 50-year-old guy. No, I think it'll be fine. I'd like to think that guys aren't there to, I don't know what they would do anyway.
It is London, like you've put out a public call, so technically anyone could come down as long as they were over the age of 18.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe.
I'd like to think someone won't go to that effort.
Someone could show up with a knife, or like, so there's not even a base price for doing this. It's not like they have to pay like $2,000 and they get to do it. No, it's anybody.
To put in their ID, drive there, you know, it's quite a big process for someone just to, I don't know, do something like that, maybe. I'm not really sure.
They would though, like, is she talking about stalkers, or like, they do that, people do that, like stalkers will drive multiple miles just to burn down somebody's car or house or hurt them. They will. Amaranth has a stalker that literally moved country and gave up everything to be a hobo in front of her house. That's
I had a sinking
nuts.
feeling that perhaps
Okay, it doesn't feel like she's thought this through, really.
Lily hadn't fully thought
Her dog
through
is
the
cute, though.
challenge she was undertaking. But maybe I was wrong.
He's like an ugly cute dogs, but I like ugly cute dogs. Like, I like ugly dogs. I think they're cute.
And everything
She's not.
was
Yeah,
under
she's. Yeah.
control. After all, Lily and her team seemed very relaxed about her mission. So relaxed that she squeezed in another job the night before, in Newcastle.
What kind of job?
Hi, I'm going to be at Vinkers
I'm
at
scared.
Newcastle Racecourse this Friday, the 18th of October. I'm super excited. Apparently there's meant to be over 6,000 university students. It's the biggest uni event in Newcastle, so I can't wait.
It is the night before Lily's big day. These girls don't seem very prepared. They're currently on their way to Newcastle, and then they're going to be coming back late tonight, and then Lily's going to sleep with 100 guys tomorrow morning, which seems mental to me. It doesn't seem like things are going great. There are a lot of guys cancelling. They're scrambling now to find people at the last minute. I don't understand how the guys they're scrambling to find at the last minute are going to get STI checks in time. I feel a bit
But she could just fake it too. Why does it, like, it's not like, what if she, I mean, are they counting it? Like, are they taking proof of everybody that she's like fucking? Just do half of it and say you've done all of it. Fuck it. If it's just for the PR thing.
I was going to this random Airbnb tomorrow.
Oh look, it's the London buses.
I can't actually imagine how Lily must be feeling.
Oh, Guinness Book of World Records needs proof? Oh, okay. Oh, it's a video. Oh, it's recorded? I didn't know.
It's Lily's big day. It's raining. Never woken up so early to film sex. I've never filmed sex, but you know what I mean.
Notting Hill? That's such an old movie, isn't it?
This is...
They looked young in that
it's
poster.
happening. I don't know where Lily and the gang are. Doesn't seem like anyone's actually here yet. One thing I can say is hidden in plain sight. It's not exactly where you'd expect someone to be having sex with 100 guys.
Who is renting that
8:35.
apartment?
I'm gonna be here at
Bro,
8 a.m.
I want to know who's gonna clean the room after. Is it like the person in charge of the Airbnb? Like, sure, they charge a cleaning fee, but I don't know if they signed up for this.
They're nowhere to be seen. Do you guys want to get some cover?
Just as we were starting to think the Queen of Southampton was right, and this was all a hoax, the first man arrived.
I guess I'm here for the thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a bit early.
I'm Josh, by the way.
Oh,
Hey, nice
I
to
would
meet
not
you.
shake their
I never really
hands.
think about things before I do them, so I just kind of do them and then think, oh, you know, was that okay? But yeah.
We received a text from Lily's team asking us to not draw attention to the rented Airbnb where the stunt was set to take place.
She's asked us to not be around the property so we don't draw attention to it.
So I asked lucky participant number 1 if he wanted to go for a stroll while we waited for Team Lily to arrive.
So you're obviously a subscriber of Lily's on OnlyFans?
I'm gonna be honest with you, it was only when she said.
So you got a text, but they sent the address quite late, didn't
He's
they?
not even a subscriber on her OnlyFans, and he flew there to fuck her. That's crazy.
More than funny, like in the text it was like, you know, if you have any friends who'd like to take part, and I was like, oh, that's one of my motivations for coming here.
Yeah.
Like, is it gonna happen, you know?
Yeah.
Am I gonna get mugged? It's on the Circle Line.
Yeah.
I go to VNA after.
Finally, Lily arrived.
Hello. Lovely to meet you. Lucky number 1.
The housekeeper will need a raise, yeah, for
An
sure.
hour behind schedule with a security guard on the door, we were allowed inside.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, how you doing? Fair enough.
Everyone get naked now. Let's get going.
It's a lovely house. I like that big mirror.
Yeah.
I don't know where to put myself. I feel like just float. Yeah. Everyone's just floating.
Everyone doing a performance today gets on the couch so we can...
The atmosphere inside was nervous and very strange.
Lots of bananas.
No one, including Lily's team of assistants, seemed to have much of a plan in place for the day.
That's terrible.
There's a lot of forms this time. The admin side of things is crazy.
Having had their IDs checked and release forms signed in order to allow publication on OnlyFans, 6 men sat anxiously on a sofa, waiting for their turn to have sex with Lily. Meanwhile, it seemed the reality of what Lily was undertaking
looks
was
actually
starting to become
awful.
slightly more real.
Hello.
Hello, how are you feeling?
Nervous? No, excited. It's nice to actually meet the boys because it makes you...
It sounds like the worst, like, anxiety-inducing experience ever. The waiting and stuff. I mean, everybody show up, like, at the same time and not, like, one after the other. Her team of assistant not having plans or like, oh my god, they're stressing me out.
He's a bit.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Is it
And you're not getting...
How are you feeling?
No,
Like, the guy filming the documentary is the person we can relate the most to.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah. Have you had, like, an energy drink?
Yeah, I had a squash pastry in the car.
Okay.
And we fueled up.
Lunch or anything? What do you think?
I think I'm gonna have a break. I think it gets to about 12 and have a little...
Okay.
Yeah, they're waiting like they're in a clinic.
Yeah, that's good. Are the guys gonna shower? Or
No.
Ew.
it just comes straight and the condoms?
Yeah, they're in my bag. I bought like 200 of them.
Yeah, that's good. Just in case because of my break.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like, do we think we're gonna get to 100 today?
Yeah, I'm not leaving without it.
Some people are flying in.
I came to last night after work.
Oh, guys, we are running behind.
I got in at 6 o'clock this morning.
Oh my god.
I'm excited just to get the first one in.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you just like want it to start. It's like doing a race, like you just want it to start.
It's early in the morning to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
And 5 minutes each, right?
5 minutes each. Trying to probably might do a little bit less time. I think there's about 8 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't wanna keep them waiting too long.
Fine. Yeah. Just all the best.
Thank you. Kill it.
Yeah, careful. Kill it. Lots of fluids.
Thank you.
You mind not filming the guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
No problem.
Just as proceedings were about to commence, we were asked to
I feel like
leave.
she could have been a normal influencer. She didn't need to do all of that because she's pretty enough and she's got like decent sense of style and stuff. Yeah, the guy from the documentary is freaked out. I mean, that's like the normal reaction to have. You also feel kind of concerned for her. Yeah, but this is where the real shit show is about to start. The production ends up running like multiple hours late.
It was hard not to feel concern for Lily as we left the house. She seemed more apprehensive about what she was doing than she had done over the past few weeks. Perhaps the reality of the situation was beginning to dawn on her. It certainly was for me. It was just weird. Like, that's all I can describe it as. It's just so weird. Like, Lily seemed a bit more nervous than she seemed throughout this, but still, like, kind of up for it. I just cannot believe in the middle of this, like, super affluent suburb.
This is some new age horror type documentary. It feels like some kind of crazy social experiment thing.
This girl is about to just have a load of strangers, 100 strangers.
It is morbid.
In someone's Airbnb.
It is.
One of the men participating agreed to speak with us after having spent his allotted 5 minutes with Lily.
Is that okay to do in an Airbnb? I'm sure if you told somebody it was for that reason, they would not rent it out. So I think that's why she's telling people not to hang out in front of the house, not to draw attention to the building.
He had flown in from Switzerland just for this.
So I came last night and I'm leaving basically after. I went for the authentic experience.
Okay.
I had pie.
Pie,
Yeah,
British
in the
pie,
pub, yeah.
pie and mash.
Yeah.
How long have you known or been a fan of Lily Phillips?
Since the beginning, I would say.
Did you ever think you'd be able to have sex with her?
No, never.
And today you did?
Yes.
Were you nervous this morning going in there?
Yes, especially when I saw all the guys, the cute.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was definitely nervous.
Were you worried that maybe some of the other guys aren't going to get an STI check? Or?
A little bit, but also I think the risk for the guys is maybe less high than for her. This gonna has to be the most expensive shag ever.
Really?
Yeah.
How much?
200 to get tested, 250 for the flight, maybe 800.
800 pounds, and worth it?
Yes, yes, without a doubt.
How are you doing? How's it going so far? How many are we on?
I mean,
I mentioned this when I watched it, but she essentially erased the line of real and fantasy when it comes to sex. People demand more from her. It's so odd. It's so odd.
Originally, we had been told we'd be allowed back to film with Lily while she had a break for lunch at 2 p.m. However, we received a text from her PA explaining that they were overrunning and they were going to have to skip lunch.
Because they're disorganized.
Sorry, it's chocker, and anytime she gets a break, it's for a quick shower and eat, and then back to working, so no time to be filming during her breaks.
However, we were able to speak to another Mazzy lefty.
Yeah, 5 minutes each, yeah. And she's gonna go into more details about like how that worked, which I also disagree. I'd disagree with the whole process of how they organized their day. I think they made it way more straining on her too. She barely has time to eat. She barely has time to, you know, rest in between each guy. And the way it's ran, it's like non-efficient, and it's also like mentally exhausting for her.
Airbnb, although he seemed shaken by the experience.
How are you?
Dude, this guy is shaking.
Something I'd normally do, but I saw it. I feel not much wrong.
Yeah.
I think I saw it and I just thought, fucking might as well just do it.
And like, how long did you get with her?
Well, she said 5 minutes, and then halfway through, she said she hadn't started the timer, so she said like 5 minutes from now. Which was all right.
So you got to like...
Just extra time.
Do you know how many guys have gone before you?
No idea. No idea.
You don't want to know?
Yeah, but I don't really know. You know, I just thought...
Are you happy you did it?
A little bit. I'm just a bit nervous if anyone find out. My dad would kick me out straight away. Yeah.
Hey, sorry, we've got so many people here right now. It's absolute mayhem. I've had like 100 cigarettes. I'm chain smoking through this.
How do you have time to smoke 100
I feel
cigarettes
like
when
this
you're
is
working?
Going to go on a lot later than we planned. We planned it to end at like 7, but I think it's going to run until like 9, 10 p.m. maybe.
Currently 7 p.m. About
Yeah, it basically escalated to a session of legalized like prostitution.
70
Yeah, basically.
through.
After hours of waiting, we tried to get back into the Airbnb. We ended up being delayed by one of her assistant's boyfriends, a close-up magician who had been performing for men in the waiting room.
Lol, what?
That is cool as shit, dude.
Lily's PA gave us some more updates and promised us that they were nearly finished.
How far off is she from finishing?
Not far off at all. We're nearly done. We've got a few people who have like gone home and then they've called us and like, can my friend come? I've just told them how sick it was. And we're like, yeah, bring it. Like, send your friend over. Well, no, it's been great for like networking. Like even like guys have been speaking. They're like, oh yeah, I do this for a living, saying their jobs. Oh, we need someone that does that. And we're like, yeah, message us back tomorrow. It's been fun. I've really
Magicians
enjoyed
are
it.
pretty cool.
Like, I should not be an event planner. I actually can't believe we were going to do this without security. They've been
So helpful.
absolutely amazing. Like, I could kiss them both. They've been so good.
It's definitely the busy time of the night. That door is turning into more of a revolving door. There are guys coming in and out of there constantly. They've sent out security guards and things to go get her snacks and electrolytes and just to keep her
Yeah, it
sort of
feels
functioning.
unreal. I feel like the security part
Then, finally,
was
the
their
food
only
was
smart
complete
move.
and we were invited inside.
Hello. Good. How are you? Did they complete?
We're done.
Oh, yeah.
Lily's just in the shower now.
As the sort of brains behind this and managing the whole thing, how did you think it went?
Planning wise, a bit hectic.
For sure.
I didn't know what to expect. So many guys left it really last minute and we were getting messages today like, can I still do it?
Yeah.
But we had so many people drop out.
Yeah.
So when I was like going through like, yes, can you make it to London today? And a lot of them were like, yeah, that's fine. We were just like scrambling to get guys. So I was outside having a smoke with them all. We were just all talking and getting along. And then we come back in here and they've got the music on vibe and it was really nice. There were a couple guys that Joe messaged me like, oh, I didn't really perform well. Can I come back? And we've been like, yeah, that's fine. And they've just like come back.
Oh, really?
Redeemed themselves because they've been like that nervous.
How do you
What?
think Lily did it?
Wait, so there was some guys that got to come back twice? They came back? What do you... Does that count as two different numbers? Like, Or are they counted as one guy?
I think, do you know, I've not had the chance to speak to her too much.
They
She's been in there
doubled
all day,
Yeah.
and we've just like chucked her in the shower and like, she's exhausted. She's like, the first thing she said was like, I need a Nando's. I was like,
You've earned a Nando's.
No, I don't think that's her
Nando's is
mom.
ordered. She's took it like a champ. She's done
Yeah.
so well.
She
every
took
time I
it
said,
like
"Are you
a
okay?
champ.
Do you need a breather?" She's like,
Wording.
no, bring the next guy in.
Seeing 100 guys come to have sex with Lily in one day, was that like
Disturbing?
something that
That
obviously...
part didn't feel too intense. It was more checking in on Lily felt intense.
Yeah.
Hello, hi. How are you?
Lily offered to show me the aftermath of their stunt.
Oh no. Oh, here we go.
Like, brace yourself. Brace yourself.
Oh.
What the fuck?
I guess it. You actually can. Is that real?
Yeah, he's not good with smells.
Lily then walked us through the
Ew.
process that she had repeated 100 times that day.
Imagine
Come
the
on in, make yourself at
smell.
home, take your shoes off. I've got some hangers here if you want to.
I'd be so angry if this was my Airbnb. I'd be so mad.
Come on in. Where you travel from? Say, oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. I'll get you on the bed, make yourself comfortable,
Yeah.
take off your trousers, and we're gonna have a fun time. And I'll give them the phone camera. I'll just say, I'm guessing you don't want your face in it.
Yeah.
And if they don't, it'll be POV phone camera.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
too
start
much
usually.
explanation. Why does she have to be the one doing all of that? Have your assistant do like the welcoming party bullshit and explain to them how the camera works. Why does she have to do? Why does she gotta be the hostess and the one getting shagged? Like, I don't get it.
And then I'd say, like, is there anything you like, don't like?
Why
any
is she
certain
the- like-
position you want to do?
She's like the one that's, yeah, just make them fill out a form. And why is she giving them so many options? Just, I feel like it should have been like way more streamlined, all of it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we kind of got straight into
Did
it.
you do the with a condom on or?
No,
No.
I
condom off
didn't.
the-
Condom off.
Okay, and then, but then like once they're having sex and it's like
Yeah, condom
on type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It does smell a lot like sex. I mean,
Disgusting.
and there's
Oh my
rose.
god,
That's nice.
yikes.
It's
Oh,
wonderful.
that's cute though.
And how
The
are you
rose.
feeling?
Surprisingly, downstairs.
What's all the
is
shit on the floor? Oh, you know what? I actually have an idea. Never mind.
not really sore.
Okay.
It's more just tired. My eyes sting like nothing else.
Why?
Because of all the cum in it. I think I repeatedly
What?
said, you come on my face, but not in my eye.
And they just went right at the eyes.
Well, I think like it might have been an accident. But no, I mean, I've definitely seen some spunk today, Jesus. And it just took definitely a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I think it was when it was only like 40 and I was like, I'm not even halfway yet.
Yeah.
And 40 is still a lot of people. Like, imagine 40 people and be like, I'm not even halfway, like, done.
When was the last time you ate?
Gross.
I had I think I had a yam yam. Yam yam, is that what they're called? A little pastry. And then I think I had a sandwich, and that was kind of, and then the rest come.
Oh no!
It's not for the weak girls.
She did
if
not
I'm
say
honest.
that.
It was hard. I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
It's not like just having sex with someone.
yeah, just one in, one out. Like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Just take
Yeah,
it
1
back.
minute.
Yeah, it all hit her like a truck here.
I think I was you know when I talked to you last, like I was not nervous. It was like the day before I was like, oh, I'm so nervous.
This is like the complete opposite of how the documentary started.
But it was good. It was more, I guess the interactions when like, I'd have to stop them early and like, you'd have to stand on business and be like, I'm so sorry, you got to go. And like the awkward interaction of like you feeling pressure to
have to make them come if like you haven't spent enough time with them and feeling like they didn't, like you didn't give them a good time because like they only got 2 minutes.
And
That's also just, that's what I'm talking about, that it was like, it was already like a thing that's physically hard to do, but they did everything so it would be even harder, and they did everything so it would be even more mentally taxing, and it's already an incredibly like insane thing to do to yourself. The way it was done was worst, made it worse. And like the fact that she has to tell the guys when the timer is up, some of them are gonna complain, some of them are gonna, you know, push for more, so you end up, you know, running late on the other guy, and your whole production ends up like 2-3 hours later. It's just, there should have been like an assistant fucking barging on the door, time's up, okay, let's go next, you know. It needs to be chop chop. Yeah, exactly. All the stress from before must have broken the emotional dam. Wait, I'm trying to read the super chat. She needs to do all that interaction so the guys don't get mental whiplash and the parasociality registers and result in instant boner kill. True, and an unsubscription from her Patreon. What, really? She wants to go for all the world records, but for it to count, all the guys have to finish? Jeez. She looks kind of dead in the eyes now. They should have made the guys clean up after themselves. For real. I need to know how the cleaning fee is gonna work. Because, okay, let's say I'm an Airbnb owner. I rent my Airbnb. All right, you get to party, and I'm charging you $200 more for a cleaning fee, for example. But I didn't expect that to happen. So, the $200 is not enough anymore.
That's what's making you feel emotional, is that maybe you think you didn't give some.
I'll submit a video on this?
Yeah, and it's hard, I think, having the interactions with them when they're like, what, you're not going to make me finish? I've come all this way. Like, kind of like guilt tripping me a little bit. I felt bad, like, some people had just travelled so far, like, I didn't want to give them a shit time and, like, come away from this and be like, oh, that was shit. I think sometimes, like, feeling so, like, robotic, like, by the 30th, like, when we're getting on a bit, I've got, like, a routine of, like, how we're going to do this, and, like, it just, sometimes you'd, like, disassociate and be like, like, it's not like normal sex at all. In my head right now, I can think of like...
So she disassociated during like most of the thing, and then I guess it just hit her now?
5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember.
Ugh.
And that's it. But it's just, I don't know.
Even that's too much.
Like, if I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100, But yeah. I think that was kind of the hard part, is like conversing with them, and like when they'd kind of be like, oh, like we've only had 2 minutes or 3 minutes and you said 5 on the message.
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah. And obviously it just makes me feel so bad.
Do you think you should feel bad about that?
I guess when you've promised something to people who support you, it's kind of hard to let them down.
But it's up to you.
Yeah, my dog went out of the room.
Yeah.
That's what you guys heard.
Have you even processed, do you think, what's happened?
Not yet. God, I won't forget this day, Jesus.
When I decided to start making this documentary, I wasn't too sure of what to expect. I certainly didn't expect to see Lily so upset at the end of it all. I thought perhaps in years to come she may look back at this day in sadness, but not so instantly afterwards.
That's what I'm wondering too. Like, is she regretting the decision now? And it looked like she did, but then she announced that she was doing it with 1,000 guys.
Throughout my time with her, how excited she was for this challenge and how this was her fantasy. So to see her so visibly upset at the...
It's kind of like... It reminds me, I was talking to that with my doctor today because I had like a physiotherapy appointment, and it's like when, you exert yourself and your leg or your injury starts hurting, you're like, oh shit, I need to go see the doctor like tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes in and you don't feel the pain anymore. So you're just like, you know what? Fuck it, I don't need to go there, I'm lazy, I'm just gonna go stay inside. And it kind of feels like this is what happened there. She felt the pain after, but after a few days passed by, she's kind of forgetting about it. And now she's like, oh yeah, whatever, I can do it again. But the element's still gonna be there, even though you're not feeling the injury right now. It's still there. And this is actually what happened to my knee. Like, I don't feel pain from it, but my body's still injured, and because of that, it's been causing more problem.
The end of it all was really sad. But my confusion was only added to in the days following our filming with Lily.
She's gonna make
as
it
she
worse,
announced
yeah,
to her
for sure.
fans that in February of 2025, she would be sleeping with 1,000 men in a
Crazy.
single day to break the world record.
Last week I did 101 guys. Now this was just the warm-up, because in February I'm going to be the first person ever to reach 4 digits of guys all in one day. Yes, 1,000 guys.
Maybe what we witnessed that night was just someone overwhelmed with emotion after completing such a monumental challenge. Or maybe
She's gonna
we
be
saw a
known
true
for
toll
this.
career can have on a person.
Please reconsider this, man. It is insanity. It is insanity. Yeah. I wonder if she's gonna regret this years from now. I know that I've seen like some documentaries like on Prawn and stuff where the actresses mostly they said that the biggest thing is that it follows you your whole life. Like you never, like even when you do want to change career, even if later down the road she doesn't want to do OF anymore, she's always going to be known for that girl. I think I remember the documentary I watched, like the Prawn actress, she became like a real estate agent, but then whenever people would like find out about it, then, you know, she would lose business, the banks would like close their doors, like, or bringing their kids to the school, you know, the parent association, then they find out you used to do porn at one point, so then they just cut you out. It's things like that it's just, you're always going to be, even when you do try to reform yourself, you're never going to be seen like as a real person. It's gonna follow you forever. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but I think you guys get it. Yeah, the stigma that follows, exactly. There are well-known actress that started as porn star? Oh, really? Like who? Oh, Kim Kardashian. True, I forgot about that. Yeah, well, she wasn't like, that was a leaked footage. It wasn't really the same, I guess. Insane fucking story. Like I said, it feels like we're in an episode of like Black Mirror. I wonder what the comments are saying. This should be categorized as a horror documentary. We did say that. As a mental health nurse for 12 years, this made me openly cry. The amount of trauma that girl will have for the rest of her life is insane. Her team are not on her side and don't care about her safety at all. I've seen a lot in my profession, but this takes the cake. Hon, please, I beg you get some help. You're worth more than this. Money will not comfort you when you're broken. And to her so-called friends and family, shame on you. You had one job to look after your child and you're failing. Quite honestly, this was so sad to watch, but thank you for raising awareness from before another gets pulled into this line of work. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like her families and friends, they just kind of have to be supportive if that's what she wants. But yeah, she seems absolutely broken at the end. Yeah, hentai is fantasy, but without the guilt. This one's real, and this one is heavy. And, I mean, at the same time, like, yeah, it's true what they say. Money doesn't buy happiness. What is she gonna do with this? Like, even if she does reach these new highs, like, do you really need that much money? What do you need? Like, a new quartz counter, a second, like, shower head? Well, maybe in her case, she could use, like, a few showers. But what's the point? I think at this point, it might not even be about the money anymore. It's probably just the clout. Yeah, I agree, Go. And maybe, yeah, maybe this was her fetish involved in some way, but I don't think her fetish was this. I think in her head, her fetish played way nicer than what the reality ended up being, because it did seem like a chaotic environment that was anxiety inducing. She did say that it was like awkward. Like in your fantasies, do things get awkward? No, I don't think so. And going from 100 to 1,000, that's 10 times more. So what, they're gonna have like a minute a day, a minute, and they have to, I don't know, is that even physically possible? That's crazy. Yeah, your fantasy is going to only last for a few minutes, not all day. Yeah, it's like a sport. Nymphomaniacs are a thing, and that's what I was like, that's kind of what I was thinking about. Have you guys seen that movie, like Diary of a Nymphomaniac? Maybe you guys haven't seen it. I think it was a French movie, but it was with Shia LaBeouf and like Charlotte Gainsbourg. They actually had like a really good cast of actors. It's a really heavy movie. It's extremely long, but in that movie, it's like an nymphomaniac, and she like gets into, you know, prostitution and all of that because she is really into it. But that also brings a bunch of other challenges. Oh, it's just Nymphomaniac, the name? Yeah, very hard to watch. Not the kind of movie you rewatch. Yeah, I ain't cleaning up that room. Dude, the look, just picture the look on the maids or the cleaning service, like people, when they arrive in the room the next day. It's like, what happened? Problem is, cloud fades over time. You need to do even more crazier things to keep it up. Yeah, and it's exactly what she's doing. And at the same time, like, looking back at the best moments on my life, and I think I was talking about this on my Patreon a little bit, because I've been doing some more like personal videos. Looking back, thinking about the best memories of my life, like the best time I've had, the things that you hold on to as a content creator. What stands out for me are like the great outings with my friend, a crazy night I had out, some really like touching moments with my family where my whole family was together. It was never like that one stream I did that popped off. It was never that one video that like blew out the algorithm. You don't remember, at the end of your life, you're not gonna remember the clout. You're not gonna remember the feeling that goes with it, whatever she's chasing after. And you're certainly not gonna think about, you know, the amount of money that you made that one day. You're gonna think about, you know, the experiences that shaped your life for the better. There are crime scene cleaners. Well, they're probably gonna need to hire that squad for this room. Yeah, the professional cleaners are the real losers in that story. True. Okay, in his first video about it, they talk about how she can achieve that, like the rules and how many minutes each guys have. I'm gonna watch it. I love watching his videos. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat. But yeah, insane story, man. Kind of heavy documentary to watch. Insane. Stay safe out there. Don't get into OnlyFans, kids. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button. And I'll see you in the next video.